So, Francois, today's topic, I thought I will exchange with you on transgenders. And my first question to you is, can you define what a transgender is?
Well, a transgender is a man who feels that he's a woman in reality, that he's born in the wrong sex or vice versa, and who tries, he or she, by any means to change their sex. So, a man becoming a woman, mostly by surgery, I guess, today, mostly
Okay.
surgery, but also it's a whole mental process of switching from the man identity to woman identity. So this is a transgender uh, today, and I believe there are a number of transgenders on this planet at the moment.
Can you look at the transgender phenomena through the spiritual prism?
Yes, of course. If you believe in reincarnation, and there are, I think in Islam and Christianity, the early Islam and early Christianity believed in reincarnation. The Christians believed in reincarnation till the 6th century, when there was a council where it was declared as a heresy. So if you believe in reincarnation, it may be that you're born again and again as a man, and suddenly by some accident or fate, you're born a woman. I believe that the mother of Pondicherry said that sometimes there
Yes.
are accidents, or whatever you call them, and that you change your sex. So there is a conflict in you that you've been a woman for so many lives, and suddenly you're a man. So there's a huge conflict in you, and hence the transgender phenomenon is born. That I want to change my sex. I am not. I'm not a man. I'm not a woman. I'm a woman. I'm a man. So you have to believe in reincarnation to understand the transgender phenomenon, because one cannot condemn it outright. One cannot say, no, this is absolutely wrong, this is untrue, this is false. As Charlie Kirk did, he said, no, I believe that man is a man and woman is a woman, and they're both born for their own purpose.
Are you aware that the killer of Charlie Kirk was in couple life with a transgender? You mentioned Charlie Kirk in the previous question that I had asked you. Hence, I was wondering.
Absolutely. He was in couple with a transgender, and I believe his desire to kill Charlie Kirk mostly came from Charlie Kirk's condemnation of transgenders. In fact, uh, my assessment is that Charlie Kirk was more hated for his views on bis, homosexuals, gays, transgenders, and for his political views, his pro-Trump view. And as you've seen yourself, when Charlie Kirk was murdered, there was a huge joy in many of the young Americans, university people. I mean, even straight, non-transgender, non-bi, non-gay people, they, they expressed a joy that was shocking to me, because this man had married, he had two small children. It was a shocking assassination by a young, normal American white man. So very shocking. So at the same time, truth is not linear. People think that black and white and truth is linear, but truth, there are many truths which are often conflicting with each other. So one truth is that yes, God, whoever you want to call him, created a man and woman. You're the woman, I'm the man, and we have definite rules. At the same time, we cannot condemn outright the transgender movement, because there are so many of them today. And they're so anguished and they're so strong about their views, and they get so much support that we have to look at it from a spiritual point of view. And there again, I go back to the mother of Pondicherry and to Sri Aurobindo, who was a master and a spiritual companion. And Sri Aurobindo said that as after the animal came man, after the chimpanzee or the
Yes.
gorilla, whatever, came man, after man will come a new species,
Yes.
which he called the supramental,
Yes.
the supramental mind. So the mother said that this new species will have no sex, will be transgender in a way. They'll not be neither men nor women, and they won't use the animal way of procreating, so they won't reproduce themselves by sex. But there'll be a new way of creating, children and new species. So yes, I am horrified by Charlie Kirk's assassination. At the same time, I cannot condemn outright the transgender movement?
There are many movies that have come up and on the lives of transgenders in India. There are some also very powerful transgenders who have made reforms in the world of transgenders. Transgenders in India in the past had faced these movies portray that they had faced quite a lot of difficulties in terms of being recognized. And even now, when you go on the roads or when you go out, there's sometimes a certain apprehension to go close to transgenders. Could you? But abroad, this is not the case, not necessarily. So, what do you think has caused this, and what is your view on this, on transgenders in India?
A very good question. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So there are two aspects to your question. The first one is that in ancient India, there was no Puritanism. I mean, Shiva could be man or woman. In fact, there are many depictions of Shiva with half, yes, with half face of a man, half face.
Yes,
it's extraordinary.
It's beautiful. Yes.
Because we all have, in us, I have a bit of femininity. Yes. I'm a man, but I have some femininity. And same in you.
Yes,
so,
the nadis.
So there's all, Purusha and Shakti in each of us, yin and yang in each of us. So in ancient India, there was no discrimination. I think even now today in Tamil Nadu, there are certain festivals which are made for transgenders, bisexuals, gays, hermaphrodites, and I've been to some of them, I reported on some of them. It's quite extraordinary. And I saw the villagers going there and feeling absolutely normal, that this man is castrated, or this man is, is a woman, or this woman is a man, and there was no condemnation, which is there in Europe, though there are much more transgenders in Europe. There is a condemnation, as Charlie Kirk was one of the most vocal, people who condemned it. Now, today, Puritanism has come to India. Again, two aspects to it. Two aspects to it. One is the British, Queen Victoria was very puritanical. She, they came to Indian villages and women were, the breast, their breasts were exposed, so they forced them to cover. The missionaries forced them to cover their breasts, and they introduced a kind of censorship.
Yes,
and then,
in India, the sari itself was very different in the past. It wasn't like.
So that came recently. That came, after the colonization of India, till I guess till the 18th century, 19th century. India was very free sexually. And the second thing is that I'm a defender of the BJP, but the BJP is also a very, prudish party, I must say, and it's very sad because India was a great country of freedom, spiritual freedom, but also sexual freedom. And anybody who goes to Khajuraho, you don't even have to go to Khajuraho. I mean, so many temples have, naked women, sex,
We're the land of the Kama Sutra. It's a fact.
So it was considered also part of a divinity, and actually, in the Tantra, so Tantra is a very vast spiritual discipline, but there is one branch of the Tantra that says that you can attain, God through sex, through the elevation of sex.
It is there.
So yeah, your question is very valid, and
in fact, it's a yogic practice as well to attain divinate cosmic consciousness through it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, great love and admiration for this country, your country, which has divinized even the sexual act and the procreation, and allowed a great freedom of gender, because it's also freedom of gender that I feel more a man than a woman, but I'm born in the body of a woman, or vice versa. So in India, it's always been recognized that it is possible.
Okay. I completely align with what you're saying, and it's very beautiful and inspiring, especially what you mentioned about how people are comfortable in these cultural events that take place. However, when we go on the roads, the same people have an apprehension to the transgenders.
Yes. So yeah, in the cities, I see that in Delhi, for instance, that many hijras are there at the red lights, and they come for money. But some people do give actually. Some people do give to the hijab, but some people also are scared of them.
Why? According to you?
Because we are conditioned. Our education. It depends on your education actually. If you have parents who are very free with their bodies and sexually, you grow up to be the same. But if you're in a system like the system in India today, that doesn't talk about sex, that sex is a taboo, which it was not in the ancient time, then you grow up the same. So when the hijras come to your door, you're scared, something different. You're scared, but
so we're scared. The thing is, we're scared of what we don't know.
yes,
That's what you're saying.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. Now, how can we change this?
Education, it's
In
all
schools,
about
in
education.
places, where can
We have to
speak
find a
more?
balance between the West that has a, great permissiveness, and India where there's a lot of restraint on the youth. So there has to be a balance between the two. I believe it's possible, and I believe it's up to the parents. The parents are the first teachers.
True.
The parents are the first teachers. What the parents teach to the child that will stay forever with the child as an adult. I can see that when my mother put in me or my father, even though I was not conscious as a baby or as a very, very young kid, it soaked into me somehow.
Yes, till the
And it comes out later. We all are parents.
till the age of 7, 8.
Recreation.
We are
so,
being programmed.
So the parents, if one day you have children, then you should not put fear in your children.
Never.
So it's up to the parents actually,
Okay.
how much goodness and freedom of expression and judgment they put in their children.
So what I understood from what you were saying is that the conclusion is we are scared of what we don't know. So we need to integrate in our education or parents or society the way we speak about hijras or transgenders. That's what you're saying? We need
Yes.
to explain more what it is?
Yes.
Okay, what is an advice you would give on this?
Oh, respect. One needs to respect everybody's opinion, and if they feel, if a young boy or young girl, and many of the famous Hollywood actors, like Meryl Streep, and so many of them, they have children who declare themselves as transgender. And I see in the parents, in the mother often, is that yes, my child is a transgender, and I respect that. So we need to have the same attitude, that we respect transgenders, because love is universal. No, we cannot just restrict love. We cannot say that love is restrictive and I will not love only people who are straight. We need to accept, like, in the 50s and 60s, even when I was a kid in the 70s, being gay was seen as something, as a sin, something.
Yes.
In Islam, it's still seen. You can die in Islam if you're gay, but today it's accepted.
Okay.
I don't know about India, but in the West, you're gay.
Yes.
Fine, you're a couple. A man is a couple with a man. Nobody blinks an eyelid.
Okay.
So the same with transgender. Love, love is love, and we have to love everybody.
Yes, I understand.
However much we disagree, maybe. I myself, I do believe that I'm born a man and I should remain a man. But so even then, I should have compassion, because they suffer a lot, these transgenders. Mentally, they are very confused, and I think people who kill, like this young man who killed Charlie Kirk, he's very confused mentally, and it makes him. He's not a monster. He looks like an ordinary, average student, But what he did was monstrous. He killed a man just for his views, and that man, whatever his views, had never killed anybody.
Okay.
So we need to love.
Okay. Thank you.
Without discrimination.
Well, thank you for this message.
My pleasure.